Good morning, everyone. It's Carol with Scrap-a-Dab-a-Doo. It's Monday, February 15th, and we are continuing on with the Graphic 45 Time to Flourish tags. In the previous recordings, we made it all the way through June, so we're starting with July. And so let's get going. Do I have any moderators? Let me check. Carol, can I make you a moderator? Hi, Amanda. Okay, Carol, you've got boots now. Not that we'll probably need it. If you feel like going into the store and finding the links to the things. Most everything that I'm using can be found in the store under Designers We Follow and my name, and then you'll find the Time to Flourish tags. We are out of the 12x12, 8x8, and 6x6 paper pads of this. But I do have some of the cut-apart sheets that will work. And you can always use some plain cardstock for your background and then just decorate it with the cut-apart sheets, so that'll always work. So we're going to go ahead and get started with July. Here is the July tag. And I kind of looked at it and I thought, they didn't do the 4th of July. Well, not everybody celebrates Independence Day, so they did garden for July, which is good with me. So, first thing we're going to do is get the tags, and I went ahead and decorated my papers so that we didn't have to do that. So this is the one that we used for this. And we're going to go ahead and make the first pocket. And this is in the 6x6 sheet. It's the solid red with the dots on it. And we're using the full sheet. And we're going to do the same thing that we did on most of the other ones. We're going to score it at 1/4 inch on both sides. And a 1/2 inch on the bottom. Hi, Fran. Good morning, Heather. And we're going to cut the corners out like we did for the other ones. And I like to do it at kind of an angle so that it doesn't show when you fold it up. Sometimes it's easier to see if you're on the solid side. Of course you did. Isn't that the first thing you do when you wake up, Heather? And then we're going to snip the top ones. I woke up this morning feeling like I was going to be sick. My nose was itchy. I had a headache. So I took some echinacea and had an orange for breakfast. And so I'm feeling fine right now. Okay, so we're going to fold these all over. And then we're going to add our score tape to the edges. I know. I kind of felt it last night, but I was thinking I was just a little tired because we got up super early yesterday. I don't know why. It was the hubby's only day off. He's working 6 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day. I guess it's that internal alarm clock that goes off. Bye, Ashley. Drive carefully. So we're just adding our score tape to our pocket. Hi, Pam. How are you? You guys all get a day off for President's Day? So in this pocket, this one goes all the way down to the bottom. And we're just going to attach it right to the bottom. Oop, hang on. Gotta ink. For some reason, these papers want to crack. I am doing good, Pam. Like I said just a minute ago, I woke up feeling like I wanted to get a cold, but it seems like if I grab it right away and take echinacea, then it doesn't seem to go into a full-blown... Yes, they are called that. Okay, so then we're going to take our blue piece, and I've added a couple of tick marks to it so that you know where to cut it. So we're going to measure down about 3 inches, and we're going to cut into a diagonal that is right at 2 inches on the other side. So when you line it up on your cutter, you want to mark those. And then you just want to follow your guide and just cut it at an angle. And then we're going to oh, how fun, Heather. You love your card class. We're going to score both of these on the sides at 1/4 of an inch. And this one we're going to score at the bottom at 1/4 of an inch. I am recording. Thank you, Carol. And then we're just going to cut the corners out. Do you guys like making cards? Do you want me to do a couple of card classes? Oops, I don't think I scored that one in the right place. You know, these are the scissors that I use the most. And I haven't carried them in the store, but I ordered some in. And they will be in today. I just feel like I have so much more control with these scissors, and then they lock to close. No, I sure didn't. So I'm going to go back and redo it, but the corner seems to be cut out okay. Just snip it off a little bit more here. Okay. June, they'll be in today, so I will have them listed by this afternoon. I have used them for years. And in fact, I had to buy more because my hubby kept stealing them because he liked them pretty well too. And they're not real expensive. I think they're probably right around $15 maybe. But they stay sharp. The ones that I ordered are the titanium ones, which I find that they don't stick as much to things, and they just seem to cut better after long periods of use. But just to show you how much I like them, I have not one pair, but I have two pairs. Oh, hubby must have gotten the other ones because I have like, oh, 3. I have 3 pair. So I do like them a lot. I would be lost if I lost them. Okay, so we're going to add this pocket to the top. I do. Boom. They are my absolute favorite pair of scissors. And for fussy cutting, you can't beat them. I seem to feel like I have a whole lot more control. Yeah, I think so too, Carol. Okay, don't forget to ink your edges. I seem to want to forget to ink. So this one we're just going to stick right down at the bottom edge. And this way you have 2 pockets. One here and one here. I think I have like a pair in my kitchen, and then I know I have a pair in the storeroom too. So I have at least 5 pair of those scissors. But I try to keep at least 2 or 3 in my craft room, because if I go to grab them and they're not here, I start to break out in a sweat. Kind of like your perfect trim tool and your bone folder. It's like, gotta have them. So This piece is the July piece. These are the ones that we've been using for every tag for the background. And we're just gonna add it right in here behind our pocket. Smoosh it down. And then this is another piece on the cut apart sheet. Everything for the fruit grower. It's a catalog piece. And we're going to put it back for the other pocket. Thank you, Carol. And those are the only pieces I keep trying to order. I think when I get my graphic 45 order shipped, I think I will ask them to send me a few more of these pads because they are fabulous. Oh, wait. I forgot to add my edge. Pop it up. There it goes. Okay. So I did this. This is on the cut apart sheet. It's just the little strip that goes in there. One side's blue, one side's red. And I'm just going to mark it. Actually, I think I'll do this. I'm just going to add a piece of my tape to the back because I think I'm using all of it. So hard to remember how you made these because I made these back in January. And I just kind of mark them with my fingernail. Makes it a little bit easier. So you want to make sure that you're putting tape on the right side. And this one's going on the red side. You guys are doing great with the links. You're on top of it. I think we have a contest going between Heather and Carol. Good job, girls. So, and then this is going to get inked too. And I'm using my very favorite ink, which I tend to use on everything, which is the Vintage Photo. I know you guys are shocked. You thought it was going to be the Ground Espresso, but I still find that that's a little too dark. So I'm just going to move it down just a little bit off of the red so some of it's showing. Line it up there. And then I'm just going to take and flip my tag over and make sure that none of it is sticking out and just trim it off. Okay, so now we can put this piece back in. And then we're just going to add a couple of our postage stamps. And on the pocket ones that things go in, I don't tend to make them bulky. I just keep them flat. That way when you put things in your pockets, they aren't going to get stuck on them. And the reason I made these tags was so that I jot notes down sometimes about things that happen or dates or events, and during the year I tend to find all these little notes all over, or just stashed here and there, and I wanted a place to stick all those little invitations, because we have birthday parties that we get invited to, or just different things that I pick up if we go out to a different restaurant or something. And so I wanted to make a place to put these little things throughout the year, and then I can change the tag every month, and then when January comes around next year, I can pull all the ones out from January and look at them and remember what I did the year before, and then I can just add those. So we're just going to stick these. Let me do the first one first. That way I know where to stick the other one down in the pocket. Just going to line that one up here. Tuck this one down a little bit. Okay. So then we're going to take our How Does Your Garden Grow? It's on the cut apart sheet too. Hi Cindy, how are you? And this we're going to mat on a piece of blue. And I'm going to line it up a little further up this time so I can show you how I usually line these up to get it cut the same way on all the sides again. So when I line it up to get an even mat, I put my piece in and I line the top of my picture up with just the inside edge of my cutter, and then cut. And then I'm able to do that all the way around. I just line the piece up right with the inside of my cutter. And that way it's cut evenly all the way around it. My garden, gosh, we've had so much rain. That I have not even been able to get out there. I noticed that some of my crocuses and daffodils and things like that are starting to pop up through the weeds. So now we're just going to attach this. Right up here. Okay. So next we're going to add the red to the edge. And I've got a little bit of a slant going on here, so I'm just going to finish that. And then I want to slant this. Which way am I slanting it though? Oops, I think I did it wrong. No, that's right. Just gonna mark it, so I know which is the bottom and which is the top. Just Still confusing myself. Okay, got it. You guys still getting ads? Hi, Pam. Hi, J-Web. Thanks for joining us, you guys. I went on to Chrome, and then they have a thing if you go to Chrome and you do a search, you can do an ad block. It doesn't cost you anything. And then you can block the ads from coming through. Okay. Then we're just going to add this to the top. It comes down just a little ways from the blue and just sticks on. And then you can turn it over and trim off any excess that you can see sticking out at the side of the tag. So next we're going to make our strawberries. And this is the strawberry die from Cottage Cuts. It's a strawberry mini. And I cut 3 of them out. And we're just going to ink the edges. And then I'm going to take my black micron pen, and on this you're going to see they've got little dashes for like where the seeds are supposed to be. And I'm just going to fill in those dashes so that they stand out a little bit. I know, and we've got most all of the Cottage Cuts dies on sale for about 50% off. So then on the strawberries, we're just going to take and give them some dimension. And I'm just taking my stylus and I'm just pushing around the edge just to give them a little bit of dimension. Puff them out a bit. And I have the Martha Stewart stylus set, and I have more that'll be in today. We ran out the last time I used them, but I use these for my scoring. This one has a really sharp point so I can pierce with it, and then it's got the bigger size for doing your shaping, your flower shaping and things. And then this one has just a little bit smaller of one. And then this is the one that I use for all of my scoring on my scoreboard. And then the third one has 2 different sizes of the balls on there for flower shaping. And they work really good. Okay. So now we got our strawberries. We're going to add our 3rd postage stamp first. we're just going to put it right there. Okay, and before I add my strawberries, we've got our word summertime. Oh, I need red. Do I have red left? Huh. Let me see if I can find a scratch piece of the red. No, I sure can't. Okay, so we're going to do it a little different. Darn. Hang on, I definitely need a piece of red. If not, I'll have to get a piece of cardstock. We're going to snitch a little piece from December. So we're going to put this on, and we're going to double mat it. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Hi, Donna. You know what I forgot? There is no mail pickup today. Here, I did all my shipping real quick this morning so that I wouldn't have to do it in a hurry. And they aren't even going to come pick it up till tomorrow. So, okay, so we're just double matting this. And once again, I'm just lining these up with the edge of my trimmer so that I get the same size each time. It hasn't shipped yet. I keep waiting to hear from G45 that my order is getting ready to ship, but I haven't heard from them. So as soon as the show's over, I am going to give my rep a call. Heather, I haven't received any emails from you. Okay, so now we're gonna pop this up onto chipboard. Oh, I haven't gotten any snail mail either from you, Heather. Ooh, what did you send me? I think so. G45 is usually one of those that ships out rather quickly. But I feel like this time, it just hasn't shipped. Okay, so get a piece of my scrap paper. And once again, I like to use the Pioneer Photo Glue Stick for paper to chipboard. I haven't ever had it come apart. And it gives me the ability to move it around a little bit when I stick it down. And then it stays really good. When did you send it? Heather, don't be telling my secrets. I don't have birthdays anymore. I decided that I was going to donate it to all those young people that want to grow up fast. Thanks, Linda, and hello. Because they seem to want to grow older, and I just want to get younger. So I stopped having birthdays about 10 years ago and just started donating them to the young folk. You're too funny. Okay, so we're just going to glue this down. And I'm using the Scotch Quick Dry Glue and my fine line glue bottle. I don't know what I would do without those. Okay, Fran, you can have my birthday. Okay. Then the strawberries. I'm going to put a couple of pop dots on those so that they pop up a little bit. That's just because you like to party, Fran. Okay, so that one's going to go right about there. And this one we're just going to angle a little bit right there. Ooh. Somebody must have thought you were pretty sweet. I love this little strawberry dye. I use it all the time. So, and on this one, I'm going to double layer my dots so that it will pop up over the chipboard. And you just put one on top of the other, and that gives it a little more pop-up. Okay, so I don't think I need it on the one, just on the... Okay, so just on the top layer is all the ones you need the for. Okay. So now we got our strawberries on. Thank you, Cindy. Happy birthday, Cindy. I know one of our crafters, Donna, her daughter is having her second baby tomorrow. So I know Donna's been anxiously awaiting the birth of her first granddaughter. So I cut out 3 of the tops for that. And then I'm going to take my green Winka Stella pen, and I'm just going to color this in because it gives it some shimmer and shine. Winka Stella pens are great. You just have to remember to shake them up so that you keep the glitter coming. And you can't squeeze them too hard, otherwise you'll get globs that come out. Hi, Gwen. Gwen will be back on again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is the same time I came on. What are you going to be working on, Gwen? No, you're on tomorrow, Gwen. That's what I'm doing today. I was on last week. Okay, so then we're just going to put our tops of our strawberries onto the strawberries, and then we can call this one good to go. Tag, you're it, Gwen. Gotta get you a box of stuff put together, Gwen. Okay, so we can put July in the books. So, now we're going on to August. Oh, how fun, Gwen. And then also for the July one, I just cut out some of the little tags. And then you can just write little notes and stuff on the backs of these and put them in there. Okay, so that was July. And here is August. I will make it good, June Marie. I'm thinking June Marie likes August. Somebody might have a birthday in August. Bye, Gwen. Thanks for popping in. We'll see you tomorrow. Gwen does the best shows. She is so fun. And her creations, the only thing that I can think of as a word that describes Gwen's creations is simply elegant. Everything she does is simply elegant. Hi, Susan. Okay, so for August, you're going to need the orange sheet and a green sheet. I cut out the sunflower cut apart sheet and the August sheet. You Are My Sunshine, Sunny Days, and then one of the little tag things, and then the strips on the cut apart sheet. You're going to need a couple of those. Okay, so for the first two pockets, we're going to use the orange one, and we're going to cut the 6x6 in half to make them 3x6s. And this one's the one with the dot on the back. Bye, Cindy. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Heather, for putting Gwen's link up there. And then this green one. Better measure. Measure twice, cut once, right? So it's 3 1/2. So we're going to cut it at 3 3/4. So once again, all three of these, we're going to score the edges at 1/4 on all three sides, on all three of them. So what do you guys want to do next? Want me to come up with some cards to do? Something that's quick and easy and doesn't take 7 weeks to do? Or do you want to do the coffee canvas Easter cards? Okay. That's coming right up, isn't it? Better get started on them now. Okay, well, why don't... I won't be on next... Oh, I will be on next week. Gwen's on tomorrow. So why don't we do... why don't we do some spring cards? We'll come up with some spring cards. And then that way, if you want to add Easter to them, you can add Easter to them. Or if you don't... then you could just okay. So let's go ahead and ink our edges. And then that way, because I have some of the product that I used on the coffee card, the metal flowers from Prima and stuff, I have them on order, but I don't have them in yet. And so if we took some time to do some cards, then that would give that product time to arrive. Hey guys, hang on a second. I need to let my pup out. Let's take a 5-minute break and I will be right back, okay? Come on. Okay, he was quick today because it's raining and he hates the rain. Who let the dog out? I did, Carol. He's a codependent puppy. He refuses to go to the bathroom unless somebody's standing out there watching him. So we're just going to fold all our pockets up and get them inked. Hi, Donna. Are you excited for tomorrow? Donna was the one that I was telling you that her first granddaughter was being born tomorrow. So don't forget to snip the tops of your pockets back too. Oh no, so it might not happen tomorrow? There's nothing better than a granddaughter. So in doing inventory in the store, I realized I have quite a bit of product that is not listed. Onesies here, onesies there, stamps and some punches and things like that. So, and there's stickers and there's all kinds of things. So I've just decided that with the orders that people place. Okay, so this placement on this one, I just kind of eyeballed it here, but you want the top of the pocket on this one to be, mark it, okay, right at 6 inches up from the bottom of the tag. So I just laid the pocket on there and just marked it because you won't see it anyway. So, and we're using the solid orange one for the first one. No, I'm not going to list them, June Marie. I'm just going to start putting them in orders when people order. So instead of the little gifts that I usually send in, they're going to start being bigger gifts until I get rid of some of this stuff. So when you place an order, you never know what you're going to get in there. I put it all in a big tub, and it's in the grandkids' room. And I need to clean out their room because they are going to be coming to stay for a few days. So, the quickest way for me to get rid of them is just to put them in orders. Okay, so we're just going to line this one up with the mark that was there. And then we're going to add our well, I really appreciate my customers. I guess it's hard for me because I'm now having to sign the cards just Carol instead of Carol and Barry. And when I write the newsletter, I have to go back and change all the we's to me or whatever. So it's hard. I miss her. She's doing great though. I still talk to her. She's loving what she is doing. And I think a lot of it too is that she got to actually go out and buy all new clothes. Professional ones. So this is just a piece of the orange one. And once again, we're just going to bring it down a little bit so that the orange shows. It's nothing that makes a girl happier than being able to go out and buy new clothes, right? Okay, so the next pocket is going to be the orange dots. Uh-oh. Am I here now, Donna? Okay, Teresa. Yeah, I'm not much for buying clothes either. It just seems like my size keeps going up and up. You know, and I look at all these really cute clothes that they make for these size 2 people. And I think, you know, that's really cute. I wish they could make it in a plus size. Because really, I mean, you could still make that same... Hi, Daisy! They could still make that in a plus size. I don't know why they don't. They seem to think that people that are plus size, they want to wear these ridiculous floral patterns or, you know, these ones that, so we're going to go down an inch. And put that on there. So it's going to be covered. So you won't see it. So we're going to line this up with that little tick mark I just made. Put that on. And then I cut this out. I don't know if you can see it. It has the words on it, and it's from the cut apart sheet. Yeah, I don't know why that manufacturers don't think that larger women want to wear cute clothes too. So we're just gonna ink the edge of this. Yeah, I know, Donna. I'm not that tall, and it seems to me that because, you know, I'm like 5'5" and I wear a plus size, that you find something that you like in pants, but because you wear the larger size, they seem to think that you're 11 foot tall. I don't have a great relationship with clothes manufacturers. That's for sure. Okay, so we're just going to add that on there. Flip it over, cut off the little extra piece. And so the green one is going to line up at the bottom. Yeah, I agree, Fran. Either that or they want to charge you double. My husband knows better than to buy me clothes. He stopped doing that years ago. When one year for Christmas, he bought me a shirt that was like 4 sizes smaller than what I actually wear. And there's nothing more discouraging than getting clothes that you can't actually fit into. And for him, you know, he still wears the same size pants he did when I married him. And that was 39 years ago. Okay, so this one we're just going to line up at the bottom. And voila. Oh, we're gonna... That's true, Carol. He just loves me for who I am. That and the fact I make him dinner every night. I'm sure that helps. So, we're just going to line this one up. And both these, A Sunny Day and You Are My Sunshine, we're just going to back on the orange paper. You know, I'm home so much, and usually I'm in my craft room. And there's nothing worse than having a good shirt and leaning over to do something and end up with putting your shirt in the ink, and then you've got a line of ink across your shirt. So, me, I wear my grubby sweatshirts and things like that until they get so gross I just have to throw them away. So once again, I'm just going to put these on here so we can cut them down and make a Okay, June Marie, you're just a little bitty thing too, so you do pretty good at keeping your size. Had to really laugh. When we were at CHA, there was security people that would open and close the doors for you to go in and out. And so I went out, and June Marie was there, and one of the security guards that was there, man, he just fell in love with June Marie. I mean, he just gushed over her and, you know, talked about how beautiful she was, and I think she made her blush. I still have that picture. I didn't ever send it to you, June Marie. But he thought she was just the bee's knees. He couldn't quit staring at her. But he wasn't too shabby himself. I am June Marie. It's a true story. I really thought he was going to want to walk around and just follow her. But he didn't. He behaved himself. I think he was stuck to the door. They would have come looking for him. You know, he really was, June Marie. And you know what? And he was a nice gentleman. He wasn't creepy or anything like that, because sometimes people get creepy when they're like that. But he wasn't creepy at all. I thought he was rather sweet. Should have got his number, June Marie. Then you could have spent more time in California. Okay, so we're going to ink those edges. And then because I used 3 flowers on the last one, these are the Petaloo sunflowers that we have in the store, and I used 3 on that one, so I'm actually only going to use 2 on this one because I didn't want to open another package. I mean, I really could have, but I'm not going to. And then we're going to make some tendrils. And I just take a skewer. He was probably married. He looked like he was kind of a family man. It is. We had the most fun at CHA. I think this was my best CHA ever. I was picked up at the airport by a friend, Suzanne, who has been down there for years. And she had me stay at her house for the first 2 nights. And it was so relaxing. It was just amazingly relaxing. I was able to get up in the morning, and of course she had Keurig and coffee, and you know, she took good care of me. But I was able to get up in the morning and sit on the couch nice and quiet, and I was able to read my book and drink some coffee before we went to the show, and oh my gosh, it was so nice. And then Sunday night I went back to the hotel and stayed with June Marie. We met Gwen and Suzanne, and June Marie and I met Jim and Caesar on Saturday night for dinner down at Downtown Disney. And, you know, that's always fun. I just absolutely love Jim and Caesar both to death. And we went to a New Orleans place, and the food was amazing. Okay, so I'm just pulling a little piece of the tendril. I cut it in half, and I'm just going to pull a little piece out on both ends. And then Sunday night, I've had, they started out as customers, and now they're just friends. Lisa and Carolyn, who have been picking me up at the airport since Barry and I first opened the store. And they called and wanted to know if we'd come out to Lisa or to Carolyn's house for dinner on Sunday night. So they came to the hotel. Lisa and her husband came to the hotel and picked June Marie and I up and took us out to Carolyn's, where we had this fabulous dinner. And then they drove us all the way back. Well, the drive to come and get us and to take us home was an hour each way. So that just tells you how sweet these ladies are to do that. And we just had fun. We just had a marvelous time. And then they came back. Okay, so we just, 2 flowers looks good. And then they came and picked me up on Monday and drove me to the airport. Oh yeah, if you guys ever get a chance to take a gym class, You just gotta do it. Okay, so I'm just going to use my quick dry on the back of the flowers. And I'm going to put quite a bit on there. And it'll take some time for them to dry. You know, we always get to meet the ladies and stuff, and it was really funny because when Lisa and her husband came to pick us up, she said, you know, he said he had to come because he had to find out whether I was real or not. After all these years and coming to get me and take me back and all that kind of stuff. So the sunny days is just going to go here. And you are my sunshine is going to go right up here. And then I just cut out some various tags and different little pieces to stick in the pockets. And I have to add my little ladybugs. And I have no idea where these came from because Barry sent them to me in one of the packages that she sent. So I really have no clue where they came from. So whatever little element you can find to put on your page. And just... Hi, Miss Allie. How's the weather in Wisconsin? And I think because we're missing a sunflower over here in the corner, I'm going to add another one down here on this one to fill up that corner. Okay. So there is our August tag. Let's move on to September and see if we can't get it done. Okay, so this is going to be our September one. Let's see if we can recreate it pretty quick. Okay, so on this one, I had to kind of look at it for a minute to see what I did. So on this one piece of the check, we're going to score it at 2 inches. The August flowers are the burlap ones. Carol put the link just above. They're the sunflower burlap ones. And she just put the link to them in there. They're the Petaloo burlap sunflowers. That's pretty cold. Okay. So we're going to score the solid red one. Once again, at 1/4 of an inch on both sides. And 1/2 an inch on the bottom. And we're going to snip out our corners. You know, we have rain here, and I'll tell you, I'd much rather be wet than cold. If I get cold, it takes me forever to warm up. And we're going to snip the top edges too. Neither have we, Jean Marie. Although we've had a lot of snow in our mountains, which is perfect. I think that's where the snow belongs, is in the mountains and not on my streets. So we're going to go ahead and add our score tape to the edges, and I'm using 1/8 inch score tape. On the sides and 3/8 on the bottom. So get our September tag, and this one's going to line up at the bottom. Where's everyone from? Go ahead and type in where you're from. I think that's a question everybody always asks, is I wonder where they're from. Oop, don't forget to ink. Okay, so we're going to line this one up at the bottom. And from side to side. Okay, and on this one, we're just going to add some 1/8 inch score tape to the small side of our page that we scored, to the 2-inch side. I am in Marysville, Washington, which is about an hour north of Seattle, about halfway between Seattle and the Canadian border. Pam, is it still cold there too? Were you part of that snowstorm that just came across again? And then we're just going to glue these down. Oops. Need to cut this down about a 1/2 inch. Okay, that works. So now I'm going to have to add score tape back into this side because I cut it off. Oh, Pam, yuck. I have an extra room if you want to come stay with me. Okay, so that lines up perfectly. Then we're just going to do our 1/8 inch score tape on 3 sides. The 2 ends, and then we're going to put it along this edge where the red is. Hi, Allie. I'm Carol. You'll find me chatting sometimes too as Carol Seattle. If I'm not on our channel, I try to log in as me. Okay, so we're going to line this one up on the side and layer it. And that actually gives us 4 pockets on this page. 1 at the top, or 3. 1, 2, and then 3. I still got a cough. Okay. I say okay a lot, don't I? Then we've got a blue edge piece. Yeah, we're just going to take a piece of our 1/8 inch tape. And run it down there. That didn't line up so well. I'm going to have to trim a little of the tape off because it went off of the edge. I have rogue tape. And this goes right along the edge here on the gingham piece. Flip it over and just trim off the excess. So our postage stamps we're going to back in blue. Isn't Ashley great, Allie? Got a lot of great crafters. You'll have to be sure to come back. Tomorrow we have Gwen that comes on, and she's on at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And then Ashley, and then Ella's on. I believe she comes on at 7 p.m. tonight, Pacific time. Which makes it a really hard time for me to be able to make it onto her show. Because that's about the time the hubby gets home and I get him his dinner and all that good stuff. And she's on every Monday at 7 p.m. And then we have Xandra, who's on Wednesdays. And I want to say that's... God, does anybody know what time Xandra comes on? So we're just going to do the same thing, only these I want cut a little closer, so I'm going to nudge it out a little bit more from the edge. $7:30. So that's 4:30 Pacific time. Now I can't ever make it to Xandra's show because I spend every Wednesday all day with my mom. I go and help her get her house cleaning done and just get things done that she can't do, and we'll do whatever doctor's appointments, and then we'll go out and have lunch. Oh, I got that one too short. And get her groceries and get her back and settled. Thanks, Allie. I'm not here every Monday. This was just a special one that I did so that I could get the tags finished up. Typically, I am on every other Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And then Gwen is on every other Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Okay. Then, Allie, if you want to join our Facebook page, most all of the gals will post their times on the Facebook page before they... Every other Tuesday. That's right, June Marie. Thank you for keeping me straight. Thank you, thank you. Every other Tuesday. And Gwen is every other Tuesday. So Gwen will be on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific. And then I'll be on the following week at 1 p.m. Pacific. Okay. So we're just going to put our post stamps here. And these flowers, the white ones, I believe these are the ones that I used before. And these are part of the Petaloo Color Me Crazy package that we have in the store. Thank you, Carol. And I sprayed them with the yellow, but I think on this one I'm going to leave them white. And we do have 3 full groups for the ATC swap. So Margaret Halderson will be sending out the email with all of the groups. It's Scrap-a-Dabadoo Crafts. Okay, and so on this one, I'm going to use this piece that's part of the cut-apart sheet. I had used this one on this, but it's on the sticker sheet. So if you don't have the sticker sheet and want to just use one of the cut-apart sheets, that's what we're going to use on that. We'll go ahead and put this in first. Okay. Thanks, Miss Allie. I'll approve your request when I'm done with the show today. We have a great group of gals in there. Hi, Lilith. How are you today? And then I think that will work. So I spent the weekend cleaning out my craft room. Oh my gosh. Once you get started, you can't quit. Because it's like everything comes off of every shelf. And you find things that you forgot you had. And I so seriously just wanted to stop and play. But I made myself keep going. And when I found fun things that I really just wanted to stop and play with, I got a big basket out. And I just started putting all the stuff that I wanted to play with into the big basket. So I'd remember that I wanted to play with it. And so now I have a new task basket. And I found dies and stamps and stuff that I forgot I had. So I'm just gluing the flowers on. And then I just have some old Prima gems. I know, you guys probably all have stuff like this in your stash, right? Oh, Donna. You'll get to do it. So I think I'm going to use these gold dots. We all have, don't you guys all have a drawer full of these things? And then I'm going to use a green one for the center one so it changes it up a little bit. Yeah, I did get it cleaned. It took me a long time to get it done. And then it's really funny when the hubby comes in and says, "Can I help you?" I just kind of look at him and laugh. You really don't want to help me. You have no idea. And I really don't want you to see all this stuff that I have in here. Okay. Now, the one thing, and I don't see it here, so I must have forgotten to cut it out of the cut apart sheet, which I'm not going to do. I had the falling fall off of the cut apart sheet, and I backed it in the red and put it on the paper. So we won't do that one. But here is your September tag. Thanks, Carol. You gotta send me a plane ticket first, June Marie. Hi, Carrie. Okay, so you think we want to knock out October before we quit? Want to keep going or want to... Because we've got about 15 minutes. I think we could knock out that next tag in just a little bit of time. We might take up a little extra time, but okay, let's go for it. So this is October. Let me fish out my October tag so we know what we're doing. Okay, we'll get it started. I'm going to take a look at it and see what I did. Okay, looks pretty simple. I think we can knock it out. Oh, Teresa, I feel your pain. Okay, so for the back pocket, it's the full 6x6 sheet. I'm going, Carol, I'm going. And once again, we're going to score it at 1/4 of an inch on the sides and a 1/2 inch on the bottom. Heather's probably wanting to go to sleep. She's probably thinking, get me out of here. I'm going to cut the corners off. Probably getting tired of hearing me cut the corners off. Snip back your edges. Then on the second orange piece, which on the dot side, okay, who took my ruler? Oh, imagine that, I put it back. We're going to cut it from the top down to about 2 3/4 or 3 inches. I'm going to call it 3 inches. So I'm going to measure up 3 inches and just give it a little tick mark. And so then what we're going to do is we're going to line our paper up diagonally, and that little tick mark is going to go right on the cutting thing, and your corner is also going to go on the cutting thing. And we're just going to snip that off. And on this one, same thing. We're going to score at 1/4 inch on both sides. And 1/2 inch on the bottom, just like the rest. Snip your corners. Everybody still with me? And snip the top, because this one will show for sure if you don't. That's right. Okay. I did not see that, Donna. And we were there too, because we were checking out all of their scissors, but they weren't showing any new trimmers there when we were there. I'll have to go on and look at it, Donna. Because I know I have 3 of the Fiskars trimmers with the wires in them. And I've just ended up cutting the wires off and using it without the wire. I had to replace it so many times because it frayed. And then the guy finally told me, after sending me like 3 replacements for each of them, he said, it's just a guide. It really doesn't do anything else. And I thought, well, why didn't you tell me that before? So I have just torn my wire completely off of it, and I don't even use the wire. Okay, so our big orange pocket is going to go on first. We're going to line it up with the bottom and the sides. So each pocket on these tags is a little bit different from the next, but they each have at least 2 pockets on every tag for tucking little goodies in. Oh, Carrie, I'm sorry to hear that. So we're going to line this one up with the bottom. And usually if you get it lined up with the bottom, the other side will just fall into place. Ink. And line this one up with the bottom. And the one side. And glue it down. And on this one, I used the little girl with the pumpkin. On this one, I'm going to use the little poem. It's a little bit different. And I'm going to mat it on the purple. I'm that way too. I can't take a nap unless I'm dying. But then I sleep all day. But if I take a nap, man, it just ruins the whole entire rest of the day. I just can't seem to get motivated or moving or... Is that possible, Carrie? So in this one, we're going to move it up so that it comes up off the pocket. So I don't want tape anywhere above that one corner. Okay. So then we're going to use the Tim Holtz Tattered Floral Punch. I'm going to punch 3 flowers out. And then the little, I'm not quite sure what the name of this one is. I should write them on there. I forgot. And then we're just going to take a scrap of the orange and we're going to punch them out of the orange. Oh, that's what it is, the spiky flower. So we're going to ink the edges of the sides of the flowers that we're going to use. And we have more of the Tim Holtz Tattered Floral punches. Thanks, Carrie. Coming in today. These have become my absolute favorite punches right now. I make probably, anywhere from 50 to 200 thank you cards a week to send out with my orders. And so having a punch is so much quicker for me than to try and run that many through a die cut machine. So I'm always on the lookout for punches that I can do fun things with, and I have found that these do fun things. So we're going to shape our flowers. And we're just going to turn them over so that they're on the back. And then I want the big ball. And then I'm just going to start pushing down on the back side of the petals, just to give them some shape. When that's all done, then I'm just going to take and turn it over. Uh-oh, telephone. Hang on, I want to check. It might be my mom. It's not. Okay. So we're just going to repeat that with all the flowers. Just push down. Thanks. I have fun making the little cards. Oh, Carol, are you having problems too? Oh, no, just with... We're just going to turn that over. Well, hopefully the recording will be better and it won't have all those issues. And I will put it up on YouTube. So just push them down. And same thing with these, only not as much. Just a little bit on these. Okay. So then we're just going to glue the little ones inside the big ones. Just a little bit of Scotch Quick Dry. Okay, and then we're going to take two of our stamps, and we're going to put them on orange cardstock. I just trim them down to the top of the stamp image. And sometimes they're straight, sometimes they're not, but I figure if anyone wants to go up and measure to see if something's straight or not, that's up to them. Crafting is not perfection. Those flowers, sometimes you have to push them back down till they stick. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if that's on my end, because I've noticed that my fan on my computer is coming on quite often. Thinking I might have to buy a new computer here pretty soon. So these I'm going to trim off a little bit closer. So they're going to stick out a little bit from the plastic. Don't you know that we're having fun? So this isn't as close as what I want, so I'm going to try and cut it straight, because if I put it in my trimmer, I don't know if you guys notice, then sometimes it frays really bad when you just have a little piece to cut off. Okay, you guys, I just got a notice on my computer that my cooling system, they've detected a problem with my cooling system, so it's asking me to turn off my computer right away. So You know what? I will go ahead and just stack these up, and we'll start right here. I knew there was something that sounded off, so I'm going to go ahead and get my computer shut down before it blows up on me. So I will see you a week from tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Thanks, guys.